Hello student, today in fourth part of the lesson reproduction in lower and higher plants we are going to see pollination. In first three lectures we have completed asexual reproduction in plant, development of male gametophyte in angiosperm and development of female gametophyte in angiosperm. Pollination. Transfer of pollen grain from anther to receptive stigma of the same flower or another flower is called pollination. Pollen grains are non-motile and they are usually carried from flower to flower by means of external agents. Agents may be non-living, that is abiotic agents like wind, water and etc. and living like biotic agents, birds, insects, snails. It is prerequisites for fertilization because both the male and female gametes are non-motile. Moreover, gametes are produced at two different sites. Types of pollination. Pollination is mainly of two types. First, self-pollination and second, cross-pollination. Self-pollination. Transfer of pollen grain from anther to the receptive stigma of same flower or another flower present on the same plant body is called as self-pollination. Cross-pollination. Transfer of pollen grain from anther of one flower to the receptive stigma of another flower present on another plant of same species is called cross-pollination. Pollination can be further divided into three types on the basis of source of pollination. First, autogamy. Transfer of pollen grain from anther of flower to the receptive stigma of the same flower. It occurs in bisexual flower only, for example, fig. Second, geitonogamy. Transfer of pollen grain to a stigma of different flower produced on the same plant is called geitonogamy. It is functionally similar to cross-pollination as it involves pollinating agent, but it cannot bring about genetic variation, for example, cucurbita. Third one, xenogamy, which is also called as cross-pollination. Type of pollination when pollen grain of one flower is deposited on the stigma of a flower of a different plant belonging to same species with help of pollinating agencies is called xenogamy. It generates genetically varied offsprings. Agencies of pollination or pollinating agents. The agents or carriers when transfer pollen grains from anther to the stigma is called as pollinating agents. Pollinating agents are of two types, abiotic and biotic. First we see abiotic pollinating agents. Non-living factors or physical factors which carry out the process of pollination is called abiotic agents. For example, wind, water, etc. Second, biotic agents. Living factors like animals which carry out the process of pollination is called biotic agents. Examples, insects, birds, etc. Abiotic agencies. First we see one example, anemophily, or which is called as wind pollination. pollen grains are carried by wind, then pollination is called anemophily and flowers are called anemophilous flower. It is considered as most primitive pollination and the flowers are unisexual. Anemophilous flowers shows following adaptations. First, anemophilous flowers are colorless, inconspicuous, small and without fragrance. Petals are generally green and highly reduced. Both anthers and stigma are exposed to air. Pollen grains are small, smooth, dry, and produced in large number. To catch the pollen grains, the stigma becomes sticky, hairy, or feathery. Anther is long filament with versatile anther. When flowers are unisexual, the male flowers are more numerous than female flower and are situated at higher level. For example, maize, jawar, grasses, hydrophily or water pollination. When pollen grains are carried by water, at that time such pollination is called as hydrophilous pollination and such condition is called as hydrophily. Such flower is called as hydrophilous flower. Example, Vallisneria, Hydrilla, Lema, Zostera, etc. Hydrophilous flower shows following adaptations. Flowers are small, colorless, without fragrance. Nectar and edible part is absent. Flowers are usually unisexual. Pollen grains and other floral parts are light, unwettable, that is coated with mucilage. In plants, floating female flower, the pollen grains have specific gravity which is less than water. Stigma is brush-like to collect pollen grain. Hydrophilous flower is of two types, hypohydrophily and epihydrophily. First we see hypohydrophily. When pollination occurs below the surface of water, at that time such condition is called hydrophily and such flower is called hydrophilous flower. Here the pollen grains are heavier than water, sink down and caught by stigma of female flowers. For example, Zostera, the pollen grains are long, ribbon-like and without exile. Second type, epihydrophily. Pollen grains float on the water surface and reach the stigma of female flower. Such pollination is called epihydrophily. Specific gravity of pollen grain is equal to that of water. That is why they float on the surface of water in epihydrophilous flower. Example, Vallisneria. It is submerged dioecious freshwater aquatic plant. Biotic agents. First, entomophily, or which is also called as pollination by insect. When pollination takes place with the help of insect, at that time it is called as entomophily. It occurs in rose, jasmine, etc. Adaptations in entomophilous flower. Flowers are large, showy and often brightly colored. Flowers produces sweet smell and have nectar glands. Stigma is rough due to presence of hair or is sticky due to mucilaginous secretion. Pollen grains are spiny and surrounded by yellow sticky substances called pollen key. Some plants have special adaptation for insect visitors to help cross-pollination. For example, liver mechanism in salvia. In this salvia plants, we found that is anther lobes are bifurcated. Upper anther lobe it is fertile, while lower anther lobe it is sterile. When insect visit to the flower, at that time fertile anther lobe bends on the body of insect. Pollen grains from anther these are deposited on the body and they are carried to the another flower. Pollination by birds. Ornithophily means when pollination takes place with the help of bird. They usually have small size and long beak. Example, sunbirds and hummingbirds. Example, bombax, bottlebrush, etc. Adaptations in Ornithophilus flower. Flowers are usually brightly colored, large and showy. They secrete profuse dilute nectar. Pollen grains are sticky and spiny. Flowers are generally without fragrance as birds have poor sense of smell. Pollination by bats, which is also called as chiropterophily. Bats can transport pollen over long distance, sometimes several kilometers. Adaptations in Chiropterophilus flower. Flowers are dull colored with strong fragrance. They secrete abundant nectar. Flower produced large amount of edible pollen grain. Example, Anthocephalons, Adansonia, Kigelia, etc. Significance of pollination. It is first essential step towards sexual reproduction. Pollination helps to bring male and female gamete producing structure, that is microspore and megaspore, near each other. Pollination stimulates the germination of pollen grain to form male gametophytes containing male gametes. It results formation of fruit and seed. In self-pollination, pure line varieties are obtained. In cross-pollination, new varieties may be obtained. Homework. Explain hydrophily. Write a note on ornithophily. Give the significance of pollination. Thank you.